Hello YouTube, Adam here. I am very excited to get started with this one today. I know it's only in early access. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff that's broken or not pleasant or not present. I loaded it up just to make sure that she runs correctly. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. All campaign, start a new campaign. We're going to go normal difficulty. We'll just call it Adam. Kerbal Space Agency's fine. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here as far as what did that actually even change? That's the base. It doesn't seem like that changed the flag. But let's go ahead and maybe do some of that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do further. I mean, I assume gameplay stuff is probably similar enough that we'll muddle through. So I don't believe there's an economy or missions or any of those things that later Kerbal Space Program ended up having. So I think we're just kind of in a sandbox, which is, you know, it's cool in its own way. That's how the game used to be. How do I, can I, move over that way somehow? I know I can, kind of. Oh, crap. So we have, like, default ships, many launch pads, it looks like. What's this? Tutorials and stuff. Alright. It's pretty good music. That does nothing. The vehicle assembly building. So do we have a runway? What do we actually... What do we have for parts here? We'll just put together something simple and do kind of our... Oh wow, that made the whole rocket purple. I wasn't really expecting that. That's maybe a bit much. Okay, so that's a one-seat command pod. These are probes and cockpits and rovers, okay. So we have different fuel types, I guess. Well, that's kind of neat. Monopropellant. Alright, well, we'll see with that stuff. Let's see what engines we have, I guess, and that's how we'll determine where we're going with that. So, we have a hybrid rocket. That's kind of neat. Sustainer. Launcher. That's probably what we're looking for. So that's... Set that bad boy down there. And that means we need a fuel tank. Probably not a huge one. Yeah, you know, call that good. Kind of like the little weld effect. What does this do? I don't really know what that does. Okay. Vehicle. Okay, so that's the name of the vehicle. We'll call this the Mark 1. Let's call it the... Alright, we'll save that as it is. Oh, wow. That's all different. So we have some external fuel tanks. There's some space, plane parts there. Structures, adapters and such. Cool. What are these? Tubes, adjustable tubes. Well, we'll mess around with those, I'm sure, as we go. Alright, so extra small is way too small. I think that's what we want there. And that seems like it ought to work, right? We shouldn't need solar panels or batteries or any of that stuff. Definitely don't need docking ports. Payloads, we don't really need to worry about anything like that right now. Aerodynamics, I'm not going to worry about ground. There's more rover parts, that's good. It's kind of hard for me to remember what was stock and what was not. So it looks like we have heat shields that actually have a blader set, so I guess we don't need a mod to have deadly reentry anymore. That's just a thing. I'm sure they probably incorporated a lot of stuff from mods. We have solar panels and some reactors. We're not going to worry about communication. Do we have science parts? Lights, ladders. I don't think we have science parts yet. I don't really know what... That's huge, so I'm assuming good with that. The vehicle assembly building seems... I don't know. I don't really remember. It seems like it's a little simpler now. It's probably not a bad thing. What do we have down here? Center of thrust, center of mass. So that stuff's all still here. What is this stuff? Snapping, symmetry mode. Nice. Rotating, translate, assembly, anchor. I don't know what that does, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and update the save on this bad boy. And I guess we'll just go launch and see what happens. Alright, so we got Bill, good old Bill Kerman's returning. So, do we have stages that are automatically set up here, or do I need to do this? I didn't think about staging. So that's stage 2. We'll do the disconnect there. Let's, can I drag this up? Yeah. Oh, that moved everything. Yeah, we'll do it. I think that ought to work. I forgot about staging. It's kind of important. So it looks like we have our fuel here. That's neat. Our delta V that's left. That's very handy that that's automatically calculated. What is all this? Retrograde. North. I am not sure what this is. Is this just telling me that we're facing south? Is that just a compass? I think that's just a compass. Oh, we have the SAS controls. Stability controls on. I think we're ready to go. You ready, Bill? Alright, let's do this thing. Oh, we get a countdown. Well, that's fun. I like that. Looking good. So what do we have? Like 4 launch pads, it looks like. We'll have to actually like... Oh, there's like... I think there is a boat dock. That's it over there. That's kind of neat. We can design boats and test them down there. Probably could have throttled down there and not wasted fuel, but that's fine. Is that gonna leg damage our, probably didn't really need to, probably should have angled off over the ocean a little bit. Alright, so, yeah, we are just, on our little way here. Time warp. Let's do some time warping. How high are we gonna get here? Damn, we got pretty high. Alright. Man, we're still... well, I mean, we're decelerating now, but we're still going at a decent clip here. Accelerate a little more here. Oh, we're falling. Alrighty. So we got our... looks like our battery, and what is this? MP? I don't know what the MP is. Does it not have a... I'm not sure what MP is. We'll see, I guess. So we're gonna fall back. Let's hope we don't need a heat shield. Don't really know what's implemented or not yet. I've been purposely not really following too closely with what's going on. What altitude are we at now? Pretty high still. Alright, so we'll probably pop our parachute. Oh, that's kind of neat. We have like our vertical speed, and then this is showing us how our atmosphere is. That's kind of cool. Oh man, we're coming down in the mountains. Why would you have mountains right next to your space center? What is all this over here? Lights. brakes. Well, that's all neat. Abort. Alright, are we opening the parachute? I mean, there we go. Good job, Bill. Oh, can I see him in there? Yeah, I think I can. What is in front of him, though? Oh, that's just his head, I think. Yep. He's pretty excited. That's cool that you can actually see him in the model there. I like that. Man, like this entire thing is just for his head. Alright, so you may go on a little bit of a tumble here. Alright, how fast are we going? That's going to be a bit of a rough bump there, but he did it. Alright. How do I exit this without exiting? Recover vessel. Okay. Let's do that. So what do we get out of that? Vessel launch. We get some nice stats. Learn by doing so. Oh, that's fine. And, alright, cool. So I guess we can go back to the Kerbal Space Center. Maybe we should do some of the training center stuff. Just to see what has changed. How do rockets work? So is this going to be a video? Or is it actually interactive?
Space is the place. So you want to get to space. Have you tried rockets? Rockets use fuel and engines to create thrust, which propels them forward. When a fuel tank is empty, it is dropped to stay as lightweight as possible, allowing the rocket to go even faster. These tanks, as well as other expendable parts of a rocket, are called stages. Different stages do different things. Often the first stage is very powerful, with just enough fuel to get the vehicle through the atmosphere. The second stage usually has a low-thrust engine that, while not as powerful, is more fuel efficient. After dropping the heavier first stage and leaving the atmosphere, the second stage engine pushes the much lighter second stage to orbital speed. On a flight to space, the final stage parachutes back down to the surface, ideally in one piece.
Alright, so we pretty much had that down. I'm kind of feeling like most people probably understand that much, or at least are playing this game, but let's see what else we got in these.
Welcome to the launch pad.
Alright.
As you embark on your journey into rocketry, it's important to get all the crashing out
You
of
might
your
have put the
system here
horse
in
before the
simulator.
cart and done this already.
It really cuts down on
Or
the
the cart
awkward
before the
phone call.
horse.
Today, you'll be launching into the virtual skies over KSC, where let's learn how to rotate the flight camera.
Yeah, we've
Great.
done a bit
You
of
can
that.
also zoom the camera. Nice. Go ahead and pick. Your rocket is ready for launch. Every good launch starts with a big green button and lots of fire. Most bad launches looking good. Ascend to 1,000 meters, and then we'll learn some controls.
Alright, where are my thruster controls? I don't really know what the keyboard shortcut.
Okay, you're a kilometer up. You can still crash, but you'll have more time to correct your course if you start pointing at the ground. Let's learn some rocket controls. When flying a rocket or a plane, nice pitch. Now, let's move on. Now, yaw, excellent. Now for the fine, that's the basics of rocket flight. Feel free to expand.
Alright, I think we got that.
We can move on when you're ready.
This ain't my first rodeo. But I do think we jumped the gun a little bit. Probably should go through a good amount of these tutorials.
So you want to get to space. It's time to make a rocket.
Yeah, we
A
already
simple rocket.
did
A command
this.
mod for
That's
this
fine.
lesson. We're going to make a small. Great. It doesn't look like much, but it's a How about that one? Rocketry.
This is like
Notice part
the rocket
now
I
that's
built,
beginning
basically,
to look
isn't
like
it?
a rocket. Well, almost. We need an engine. Here at the KSP, we have 4 different types of engines: launcher, sustainer, orbital, and deep space engines.
Kind of wish they had. It's nice that they have the size listed here, but it'd be kind of nice if they had the type of engine. I mean, I know it says here what it is, but that's a launch. That's a launch one that I use. Sustainers apparently all we actually need.
Our one Kerbal rocket. Now, congratulations! You've just built a rocket.
I don't know that we're gonna do any more of these. I kind of feel like they'll finish this and let's go try to actually get into orbit, because I mean, I don't really know what the difference is if it's in a tutorial or not, but it just feels a little
As you start to build rockets,
underwhelming.
you'll want to see your designs from other angles. Let's learn how to manipulate the camera inside the vehicle assembly building.
What does that do? Oh, it shows the inside. That's kind of cool.
First, let's rotate the nice. Great. Now let's pan the camera. You can also focus your camera at if you want to view. If you ever get lost in the VAB, you can always reset the camera.
I do like this. That's pretty cool.
Nice. Now you can get at those hard to reach parts of your rocket.
Don't like the voice actor very much here. It's a little much. A little try-hardy with the enthusiasm.
Your rocket's ready. Let's take it out for a little hop.
Alright,
Let's move this rocket to a launch pad. Welcome to the launch pad. Today you'll be flying straight up. Your rocket should do fine without any steering inputs. But if things get out of line somehow, feel free to intervene.
Kind of want to get a little ways
You've
away.
cleared the launch tower and your flight is underway. Let's learn about staging.
Yeah.
On your right,
We're good.
each stage's fuel supply is shown on a bar next to the stage.
Oh, this isn't the rocket we built. This has way more stages.
Hit go to lose that mass.
I do need to remember the shortcut for that, but
Congratulations! You're nearly to your capsule will now continue coasting up. All that's left to do is get us back down.
Did not mean to open the parachute already.
If you remembered to lock your car. Nice work.
That could be a problem. It's fine. It's cool, I guess. Got a little overeager with my space bar.
Your capsule has a lot of momentum. If you're curious how high up you are, take a look at your altimeter. You're so high that you can see the curve of the horizon.
Sure can.
Rocketry involves a lot of waiting between the Check out your altimeter. See how quickly those numbers are? You're about to start falling back down. Let's slow down and enjoy the view.
Yeah, the planet really does look nice. I wonder... Probably do some exploring of Kerbin itself with an airplane at some point, like I've done before in the past. I kind of like to test stuff on here, and I wonder if there's like still that separate second Kerbal Space Center. Maybe set up an Arctic base for testing, that kind of stuff. I should probably slow down here, shouldn't I?
Great job. You're now a master of time. Try not to use this new power for evil. What goes up?
Alright, so we're just learning about parachutes, that's fine.
Okay, hit go to pop your chute. Nice work. The parachute will trail your
that's all
capsule
this.
for a bit without fully opening. Once you've slowed down enough, it'll open all the way by
That's
itself.
kind of neat. How do I get rid of that? Just close that, I guess. No, let's not EVA right now.
Your parachute is now fully deployed and slowing the capsule to a safe velocity. Congratulations! Congratulations! If this were real, you'd find celebratory snacks in the VAB kitchen.
Alrighty, well that was kind of useful. Learned about the little view thing in the VAB. So what do we have? We have our launch pads. We have 4 launch pads, 2 runways, and a boat launch. Huh. That's neat. So, my understanding is that multiplayer is kind of part of this now, so I assume that's why there's multiple launch pads. I don't know if they're going to do like reconditioning at some point for launch pads. That would be kind of neat if they had to go and recondition things. But I don't know. So, let's go ahead and build something to hopefully get into orbit here, where the coupler's too big. Well, we're gonna need a heat shield probably. I mean, I hope so at least. I'll do that. Let's bam. Let's slap a nice old parachute up here. No, that's the wrong one. Still don't know my sizes here yet. Alright, so let's go with kind of a moderate size fuel tank for this. This will be like a orbital transfer. So sustainer, yeah, that probably makes sense because I mean this one, I don't think we're gonna get high enough necessarily. We're gonna have to do some learning curve stuff about what is possible with this machinery. All right, and I'm gonna have to learn to navigate this. Are there? I wonder if there's keyboard shortcuts for some of this stuff. Coupler. Let's go with the small. Oh, nice. We still get the automatic fairing. I guess we'll go with the big boy here. Let's just see what she can do, I suppose. I don't know if we need clamps, but I'm gonna put a clamp on. Is this going to automatically be at a reasonable height if I do this, or is it going to be silly? I don't know. That's also not attached. Okay. So how do we adjust all this stuff? Because I think it did matter in the previous game. Like how hot? Nah, I can't really tell. We'll just assume it'll be fine. Okay, so this is still weird. Like it's gonna take me a little bit of time to get used to the navigation here. I have no idea if this matters, so we will put it down like that. I mean, that seems fine, right? Alright, so what do we need to do with our stages here? We have the clamp. We probably want the clamp to be number 2, really. Can I just drag this? Yeah. No, that didn't really work the way I thought it would. Engine on, clamp release. Definitely don't want that happening yet. Swap that. No, we do want that happening that way. Clamp release will go. I think I want another stage down here where we get rid of this. Alright, this is awkward. I don't think I'm a huge fan of that yet. I'm sure I'll get there. And then, do I need to put any sort of power on this thing? I mean, it's probably not a terrible idea to slap a battery on, maybe. I don't think we're going to be up there long enough that it is going to be a problem. It'll be fine, I'm sure. How do I just want to get rid of that, okay. No. Just trying to save. Okay, so we will call this thing Mark II Explorer. Why would I have a build? What? Why would that override it? I don't have a vehicle with the same name, I don't think. Whatever. Maybe it auto-saved. Get rid of that. Alright. I guess we'll see what happens. So I think the height maybe did matter for that, because that seems like it's exactly what it was when we were in the vehicle assembly building. Alright, so let's get main engine start. I want the countdown still. I'm sure I'll get sick of it at some point. Not knowing how to throttle back is going to be a little bit of a concern. I really do need to look up the keyboard for that, but I'm not going to do that just yet. So we're definitely going to be wasting some fuel. Let's start... Which way is east here? Let's start rolling over to the east a little bit. Definitely wasting some fuel there. Are we even heading to the east? I don't know. We should at least be able to get a nice suborbital flight going. I actually don't remember offhand where technically space even begins. Is it 50,000? Because if it is, then we need to... Yeah, it says we're in orbital velocities, I guess. Oh. Well, do I have a map? Sure do. Okay, so it says we're going to crash. That's fine. We're not actually going to crash. So, we burned way higher than we needed to. That's good to know. Yeah, that's going to take a little bit of practice. I don't remember all my Delta V stats and that kind of stuff. But that's fine. Alright, well, guess we can say sayonara to... The music is not as majestic in space. As it was in the first game. Yeah, I don't think I've played Kerbal Space Program in probably 8 or 9 years. I don't really remember, but it's been a bit. Are we able to lock stages so we don't accidentally... I don't know. Alright, let's do some time acceleration and see what re-entry is going to be like here. So far, it seems like I haven't even touched the battery, so that's kind of encouraging. Oh god, we're going to be coming down in the dark. Oh, I didn't put it... No, I guess there's a built-in gyroscope. Alright, let's see what we got here. This is going to be kind of a... steep trajectory here at a pretty high speed. We're gonna be going like 2,000 meters a second almost, probably, when we actually get into the atmosphere here. Well, maybe 1,900. Kind of wish we weren't landing in the dark, but it is what it is, I suppose. So are we gonna get re-entry effects? Or is that not a thing yet? Like I said, I don't know what they've implemented and what they haven't. Doesn't seem like we had any sort of re-entry effect there at all. We'll build our spacecraft with the idea that there will be re-entry effects, because as we go here, I am certain there will be more. Alright, Got our parachute primed. Good to go. Nice drogue effect. So yeah, we have some work to do. This rocket, probably with a couple solid rocket boosters, we could probably get to space. Like I said, I'm going to have to check the controls when we land to see how I do the throttle control. Yeah, I can't change that stuff. What happens if I do this? Oh, so this can... okay. That's neat. So that changes what we're focused on, I think. What happens if we do north? Does the capsule actually... Yeah, the capsule turns. Okay. Well, that is very handy. We don't need MechJeb to do some of that stuff. I'm sure we'll need MechJeb-like stuff in the future, but that's not so bad. How high are we? 400 meters? 450 meters? Cannot see anything. Probably should put a light on this thing at least. I think there's some trees there, maybe. So I guess we're not in the ocean. Unless those are waves. I can't tell. There's something down there. Oh, yeah. Don't want to keep facing up. Let's do that. Well, I appreciate this. This is nice. And then we can turn SAS off. Full control. Control. CommNet. What is CommNet? I will have to figure that out, I suppose. Oh, I think it is water. It looks shimmery. We've got a good old splashdown here. I don't know how dark this is going to be when it gets into YouTube, but... Are we sinking? We're at -3 meters. I assume we're okay. Did we... Because these things actually do float. Can't really tell. I'm going to assume we're fine. We're going to recover the vessel. Everything... Yep. Everything's great. Good old Bob again. Alright, so... I think I'm going to actually take a little bit of a break here. I have a little bit of research I want to do with the keyboard shortcuts and stuff. I'm not going to really mess around. Yeah, we're just in sandbox mode still, so... let's go ahead and save, though. Yeah, that sounds fine. And when we come back, we're going to try to get to orbit. Thanks for watching.